Question number 6 is dealing with Pythagorean theorem again. This time it's a little bit more involved, so let's break it down. Refer to the diagram below. If RT is tangent to circle S, find the following. So again, we got a tangent. We're going to make a right angle. I want to know what the radius is. Now let's first talk about the radius. We'll call it R. So that radius is from R to S, but it's also from U to S. So those are both the same length. And that's important. We got to actually use that. Now let's look at our right triangle. If you think about where A squared, B squared, and C squared kind of fit in, this would be like your A, your B, and this whole thing would be your C. So the way to set that up in the A squared plus B squared equals C squared formula is your A and B are R and 15. So I'll say R squared plus 15 squared. And then your C, that's actually 9 plus R. Or R plus 9, if you'd prefer to write it. Actually, let me write the R first. It's a little bit easier to work with that way. So we write R plus 9 squared. So let's kind of work that out. R plus 9 squared is going to be R plus 9 times itself, right? So we could box that or FOIL it, but those multiply to give you something. R squared plus whatever 15 squared, I think it's 225. Let's double check that. So 225 equals R plus 9 times R plus 9. So let's kind of box that in or FOIL that together. That's going to be R squared plus 9R plus 9R. And 9R plus 9R is equal to 18R. So R squared plus 18R. And then we have 9 times 9. 9 times 9 is 81. So that multiplies to R squared plus 18R plus 81. That's double the 9 and the 9 squared. So you should recognize that from completing the square. Now we have R squared plus 225. The nice thing about this is we can actually cancel out the R squares. So our equation becomes a little bit easier to work with. We have 225 equals 18R plus 81. We have 2 steps to solve this problem. We're going to subtract the 81, and then we're going to divide by the 18. So let's subtract the 81 first. Always do that part first. And 225 minus 81 is going to get us 144. And 144 is equal to 18R. Our last step would be to divide by 18. So 144 divided by 18 is going to be your radius. See what you get. Looks like you're going to get 8. So your radius will be 8. R is equal to 8. We can always go back and plug that back in just to see if that works. So if that's 8, that means this is going to be 8 plus, or 9 plus 8. Watch this for a minute. I'm going to erase this. So if we know that's 8 and that's 8, 9 plus 8 is 17. It should work that 15 squared plus 8 squared is equal to 17 squared. Let's see what we get. $15 squared plus 8 squared is 289. 17 squared is also 289. So both sides check out. Try this one on your own, letter B. Pause the video, see what you get. All right, I have it set up for you guys. R squared plus 8 squared equals R plus 4 squared. The hypotenuse is R plus 4. 8 squared is 64, so R squared plus 64. And I'm going to do this real quickly. It's going to be R squared plus 8R, we double the 4, plus 16. R squared, you can double check that on me, but it should be r squared plus 8r plus 16. So if we cancel out the r's, r squareds, we have 64 equals 8r plus 16. Subtract 16 from both sides. 64 minus 16 will be, 64 minus 14 is 50, so minus another 2. That's going to be 48, which means your radius is going to be 48 divided by 8. That's going to be 6. So your radius here will be 6. 6, 8, and then this is going to be 6 plus 4 is 10. So that's a Pythagorean triple.